Well, today we got a question from Maria Weber, who's a young girl from Germany. And she goes on to describe how she had a young love affair with a boy. And everything was great, but she cheated on him. Apparently may have had sex with another boy. This caused turmoil in their relationship. They broke up. She went on to have another relationship that ended up being really bad, and they broke up. Throughout the course of the bad relationship, her ex-boyfriend stayed with her to support her emotionally, and now they're back together. It's been 3 years. But she still carries a great sense of guilt and a lot of pain associated with the actions that she made before. So, Maria, what I'd like to offer you first is a perspective, a reality that we've come to ignore due to political correctness and the evening out of the sexes and so on and so forth. We've got to understand that although men and women are equal in every single regard, we are completely different. Not only different, we are diametrically opposed. We are like a positive and negative pole, right? Completely opposites. Where the man physically, emotionally reaches out. Just think of the penis. The body is stimulated, energy rises, the penis reaches out. The man moves forward, goes forward, expresses himself in the world. The woman, physically, emotionally, psychologically, opens up. Where the man hardens and reaches out, the woman softens and brings in. And this is not just penis and vagina talk. And a lot of times people want to know, like, Elliot, are you some sort of pervert? This is the essence of the sexes. This is the essence of what it is to be a man and a woman. To understand that not only does our body reach out or absorb or open up or soften like the woman does, like her vagina does, the emotions, the psychology, the entire genetic makeup of the individual, of the opposite sexes, are going to be dominated by those attributes. Just watch it. Men are always moving forward, moving out, bigger, better, more. This is an aggressive, hard, reaching out tendency. It's not the natural tendency for women. Although we've conditioned them, because we live in a male-dominant world, in a world where there's a patriarchal hierarchy and everybody's shitting on everybody else. The female, the woman, the yielding quality, the softening quality is not respected, it's not honored, it's really, in some cultures, squashed, covered, and in our culture, in the West, transformed. So women are, unfortunately for all of us, women are becoming more like men. That doesn't mean that they're growing penises, but there's more There's more male attributes to their character, because you've got to compete in an increasingly penis-dominated world. So you're probably wondering, what the hell am I talking about? Why is this relevant? Well, the reason why he can get over things is because he reaches out, he's moving forward, he's moving on. You, on the other hand, are holding a deep sense of regret, and I think the guilt and the pain that you're feeling is not so much that you hurt him, because the man will move on, especially if he has a lot of masculine characteristics. He'll move on because he found a place to rest in you. That's what the man does. We go out and we look for a place to rest, just like the penis looks for a place to rest. And apparently he found it in you. You betrayed him, but I think your pain is more associated with the fact that you opened up too easily, was distracted and opened up too easily to several different mistakes. Because the vagina is an opening of the body, it's also an opening of the soul, it's an opening of the individual. And to just let in, especially to let in lots of mistakes, is damaging to the spirit of the individual. Now, when I say spirit, I'm not talking religiously, I'm talking about what's happening at a deep psychological, emotional level for the individual. That's why it's easy for men to go out and cheat all the time. Because nothing gets inside us. It doesn't affect our energy. It's out, right? Skeet, right? We're just, we think nothing of it. But for a woman, you've got to protect yourself. I know I might sound sexist here, but the reality is, just look at the metaphor. The vagina opens you up. You've got to not only open up, but you've got to soften. And what happens when you soften your body, allow it to open to men, is you bring in not only their body, but you bring in their energy, and then the entire relationship is associated with you yielding and them approaching. And if you find that you made mistakes about opening up to the wrong people, which you have in the past, there's going to be a sense of guilt that you have for opening up too easily. You're going to carry that. The other thing is that when you realize that you've opened up too easily, there's going to be a tendency to want to close down again. Because you realize, I opened myself up to this man, I hurt him, and then I opened myself up to another man that hurt me, and then this whole opening up thing becomes confusing, distracting, hurtful, painful, and then the tendency is to close down. So you may experience, now this is just all a guess based on the information you've given me, you may experience now an inability to open up to the one that truly does love you, to the one that is worth allowing to rest in you. That may be another part of your guilt. My point here is that the guilt is yours. When I use the term guilt, I'm talking about the cognitive dissonance between what you've done and what you're thinking. The moral judgment is 100% yours. He trusts you. Okay? You've got to understand that he got over it. Maybe that's a better way to put it. He's gotten over it. He's gotten over it, and you've got to get over the fact that you opened up too easily and now may be closing down on him. So what you've got to do is what is the essence of femininity. The feminine energy yields, lets go. Okay? I'm not telling you to be weak, because in Chinese philosophy, in martial arts, in many traditions throughout the world, the woman is the stronger character because it knows how to yield to aggression. You've got to yield to him and allow yourself to open back up again so that you can receive the love that he's giving you. Once you've opened yourself back up and you allow him to rest in you, you can now develop a true relationship that is one of integration. I hope that's helpful. I hope it wasn't too metaphorical for you. You look like you're a young girl, maybe in your teens, early 20s. But these are ideas for life. You're going to go through perhaps many other men, and you're going to open up and tighten up throughout several courses of your life. But if you're going to truly embody the essence of femininity and live a life that is worthy and have relationships that is worthy of you, the goodness within you, you're going to have to eventually yield. Again, I hope that's helpful. I'll talk to you next time.
Elliot's sick. What?